26th, equaling his career high set last season. The loss to Philadelphia Tuesday, he's moved past it, saying it came down to 6 bad minutes in the third period in his mind. On 3 other occasions this year, he's allowed as many as 4 goals in a game. He won his next start each time. The goaltending matchup brought to you by Mazda. Yaroslav Halak is the choice tonight. Kenny, if the playoffs started tonight, would he be the Islanders' choice? He was pulled from his last start 6 nights ago at Carolina, allowing 6 goals through 2 periods, and he's watched Thomas Greiss play well.
Oh boy, that would be a tough question for Coach Capuano. Thomas Greiss has been great. Corey Schneider, what makes him one of the elite goaltenders? You're right, Steve. He bounces back from games that you might have said he struggled, but he didn't have much help from any of the Devils.
Quick shot by Matt Martin, and that'll get Corey Schneider warmed up. 2 shots in the first 11 seconds.
Well, he's focused early, and I knew exactly that he would be, because he's very hard on himself. He gave up 5 last game. Don't expect that again tonight from Corey Schneider.
There's John Hines. He said of the loss Tuesday, "We got what we deserved." That's a quote saying his team wasn't good enough in any phase of the game to defeat the Flyers. He calls the Islanders a heavy, difficult matchup. The numbers back up that assessment as we watch Ryan Strome shoot and Schneider make another save. New Jersey's won just once in the last 9 meetings against the Islanders. Jack Capuano became the Islanders' interim coach autumn of 2010. Got the job on a permanent basis months after that. Among New York coaches or managers, only Joe Girardi has been on the job longer, the Yankees skipper. Let's watch Kyle Palmieri shoot, and there's the first save. Third stop of the game, 26 seconds in. That one by Yaroslav Halak. Lineups are brought to you by Infinity.
Well, you saw Kyle Palmieri. Puck was rolling, but he didn't hesitate. He shot the puck. That's good news. Makes Halak get a glove on it. And you saw the Islanders come out strong on their first shift. Couple of scoring chances. Matt Martin, then they changed. Tavares wins a draw, and Ryan Strome with a good opportunity. The Devils have had a tough time against this team. Sometimes it's a real tough matchup because of that heavy team that Coach Hines talks about, but they're heavy and they're skilled. So the Devils are going to have to make sure they play inside the dots, keep everything to the outside against this Islander team to the best of their ability.
Joe Blandisi, Adam Henrique, Lee Stempniak. On here for the Devils is Andy Green. Devils captain works it in deep. Stempniak knocked down behind the net. Centering try for Henrique, and that connection just missed. Darting back the other way is Kyle Opozo on the move here for the Islanders. Slowed up by Adam Larson. Tries to fight off the big Islander winger and pushes him out to center. Nicely done. Loose puck poked away by Opozo, and Blandisi is back to collect this for New Jersey. Laid in front to Adam Henrique. The score was 6-3 against the Flyers in this building on Tuesday night. Devils have had 3 full days to reflect on that defeat. It snapped their 3-game win streak. Welcome back to the lineup, John Merrill. He's on for his first shift tonight, paired with Seth Helgeson, his first game since January 16th, coming back from an arm injury. It is Damon Severson, the odd man out of the Devils lineup from last game, as we watch Merrill play it back. And Helgeson banking ahead, steered into the zone by Tyler Kennedy.
There's some tough decisions for Coach Hines. They're healthy on the back end now, so Jelena and Severson sit tonight.
Defenseman Nick Leddy shooting, saved by Schneider, and it pops into the net. Casey Cizikas crashed the net, and the Islanders take a 1-0 lead.
Well, this went in off the right shin pad, I believe, off Casey Cizikas, and all because he drove to the net. We'll take a look, in fact, if there's any kicking motion, but I just think it's a fortunate bounce, and Cizikas does what good forwards do, and that's go hard to the net. The rebound comes right out. Now watch, that right leg drags here, so let's take a look one more time. Now that seemed to go off a part of the arm, and it looks like it's going to be a fortunate good bounce for the Islanders, but Cizikas goes hard to the net, and they are taking a look at this goal.
This is not a coach's challenge. This is just a review from Toronto. The referees Brian Pochmara and Ian Walsh listening to what they have to say in Toronto.
Well, there it did go off his skate. Are they going to deem it some sort of kicking motion. Tough to say from there. I mean, it looks like there is a little forward motion from his left skate. Maybe closer than I thought. I thought for sure this is going to be a goal and just a good bounce. They still probably stand by that.
Here we go.
On video review, the call on the ice is confirmed. We have a goal.
Casey Cizikas with his 6th of the season, and the Islanders are in front.
They're not always pretty. And the fourth line for the New York Islanders is as good as it gets in the National Hockey League. They contribute offensively. They're heavy on the puck. Cizikas, that's strictly hard work, going hard to the net. Unfortunate bounce for the Devils. They have to shake it off and move forward. That's going to happen in the context of a game. It happened early here. But give Cizikas credit. He goes hard, and that's how he plays the game, and you make your bounces.
Like the Devils and John Hines keep their fourth line intact as much as they can, the Islanders have done that practically the entire season with Matt Martin, Cizikas, and Cal Clutterbuck. So the Devils trail early. Travis Zajac darts into the Islander end, rides Bryant straight into the boards, but the Islanders break back the other way. Mikhail Grabovski plays it across to Ryan Strome, and the Islanders offside.
Our scouting report is brought to you by Pala Casino. It pays to play at Pala. Play with promo code SPIN. And we're going to scout John Merrill. Missed the last 12 games with an upper body injury. Played 10 consecutive prior to that, and he was playing his best hockey. Johnny Mac talked about it in the opening. He had some up and down games early in the season. His confidence wasn't quite where it should be or needed to be, but all of a sudden he became steady. This is a tough task for him coming into a game like this, though. There's no time for an adjustment period here, getting your timing. This is a big game against the Islander team that is very hungry, so John Merrill's going to have to step right in and do a good job and do what he's capable of. Good, steady presence, good first pass.
Good to see him back after a 12-game absence. Here's Halak holding behind his goal. Under pressure from Lee Stepniak. Blandisi can't control a rolling puck, and here comes Franz Nielsen the other way. That's sticked aside by Schneider. On the Cizikas goal, give the assist to Nick Leddy. That's his 24th assist of the year. Boychuk's shot is blocked away. Matt Martin gets the secondary assist.
Well, Nick Leddy was flying down the left side from his defensive position. Good speed. He just got the shot on net. It was a tough one to handle. Rebound came right out in front in the air, and Cizikas banked it in, going hard to the net.
Well, you mentioned choices for John Hines. His choice is to leave this guy in the lineup. Seth Helgeson played 22 NHL games last season. He says he's more comfortable this stint with New Jersey. And you see he's in the lineup for an 11th consecutive games because Hines says he's simply one of our most consistent players. What does he like? That sandpaper element. Not bad. He collected his first point of the year, an assist against the Flyers 3 nights ago as well. Merrill back to collect this puck. Winds it around, but waiting for it is Boychuk. Islanders are such a better team with Boychuk back in the lineup. They drop it back to big number 55. His wrist shot sails wide of the net. Picked up here by Anders Lee and played in deep to Brock Nelson from Warroad, Minnesota. He's knocked down, taken back by the Devils, punched ahead to Tyler Kennedy, and New Jersey breaks out. The Islanders, when they score first, not as efficient as the Devils, but not bad. 24-3 when they get the first goal this year. Larson on the puck. Adam Larson skates in. That's sticked aside by Halak. Isles playing on back-to-back nights after the overtime defeat at the hands of the Capitals last night at Barclays Center. Clutterbuck racing ahead for New York. Lost control of the puck, and Kennedy sends it back the other way. Steven Gianta shaken up last game. Right back in the lineup tonight. Sealed off by Strait. Farnham comes in, takes the puck for New Jersey, and now Gianta back to the point. Shot by Moore is blocked in front. That's Cizikas who stopped the puck, and it's Clutterbuck who'll dump in. Matt Martin, the NHL leader in hits. Tack on another as he nailed David Schlemko there. Going back at him, John Moore, and the Devils break out. Jordan Tutu fires in.
I like the way Schlemko and Moore reversed.
Big shot out of nowhere by Boucher, Dano. He rifled it wide.
Oh boy, the net was off its moorings. It looked like He might have hit it, but he ended up blasting that puck wide. You're right. And just before that, I was saying I like the way Moore and Schlemko reversing the puck a couple of times. This is an Islander team, big and strong, that will overload. You got to reverse it.
Shot by Larson off a leg in front, following up is Green, and that shot is rifled wide. Good pressure here by the Devils, looking for a response after the first Islander goal. Boucher tries to guide it back. Ryan Strome there to disrupt him, and now Boucher works it back in deep. Here's Palmieri trying to get the puck away from Travis Hamonic, but the Islanders break out. That's a different wrinkle for the Devils tonight. They've got Boucher with Zajac and Palmieri at the start here this evening, with Sergei Kalinin dropped to a third-line role. We're back at the Rock in just a few moments.
Shifts within the first 3 minutes, and then they got the bounce. You know, the Devils are starting to come a little bit more now. They're finding their game. Normally that bounce, Corey Schneider's been stopping those, so just an unlucky bounce, but their game seems to be coming a little bit better now, though.
John, thank you. Off the face-off taken here by New Jersey, worked ahead by Blandisi, and taken back by Kyle Opozo. Tees up a wrist shot that's blocked. Played here by John Moore in the New Jersey end. The Islanders beginning a stretch tonight where they play 9 of their next 10 on the road. This is the start technically of a 7-game trip. Played behind Schneider's net, and Schlemko works it back the other way. Devils beginning their 8th set of back-to-backs tonight. Live from Washington tomorrow night against Ovechkin and the incredible Capitals, who continue to roll. Henrique battling for the puck deep in the Isle zone. Travis Hamonic, pass intercepted by Blandisi. Played across by Helgeson, but the pass is out of the zone.
Helgeson did a good job keeping a bouncing puck in with his glove. But then when he put it down, just pulled that puck, ended up going out of the zone on his pass to John Merrill.
Jacob Josephson working for the puck along the near boards. Kennedy and Kalinin, his line mates at the start tonight. Here's Tyler Kennedy, tries to cut in front with it. Save made by Harak. Looking for the loose puck is Yaroslav Halak, and now we get the whistle.
Real nice job from Tyler Kennedy, going hard to the net, looking for their own bounce here. You know, there's not much angle or opportunity to get a good scoring chance, but he just gets that puck toward the net. Kalinin crashes in hard as well. Let's look one more time. This is right off the face-off. Keeps his feet moving. Halak stays with it. Good job by him to find that puck and cover it up. Ends up in his glove.
Kennedy was one of the better Devils in the last game. 4 shots and he scored. Off the face-off, rifling a wrist shot wide is John Merrill. Bouncing puck in the Islanders zone. Kalinin has to fight for it. Sweeps it away from Anders Lee. Leddy knocks down Kennedy. Helgeson pinching in, plays it behind goal. Centering try for Kalinin. His shot stopped. It's still loose in the crease, and now Halak will cover as we get a stoppage in play.
This is a real good shift from the Kalinin, Josephson, Kennedy line here as they get that puck again to the net. Good job. Strength behind the Islanders net. There's Kennedy. And Kalinin gets a stick in that. Halak doesn't know quite where it is. He tries to cover up. The refs blow the whistle. Josephson complaining. He poked that puck and felt it wasn't covered up, but a lot of legs and bodies, so the refs lost sight of the puck. Again, Halak does a good job, though, staying strong right on the goal line and in the blue paint. And you look right here. He's got the glove on it. Josephson continues to whack away, but strong shift from this line, and the Devils have to build off that. And that was just a hard-working shift. Go to the net, get pucks to the net, and try to make your breaks right now, because there might not be a lot of scoring chances or clean looks off the rush.
Perhaps checking to see if at any point the puck crossed the goal line entirely is the referee Ian Walsh on headset with Toronto.
The puck never crossed the goal line, no goal.
There's your answer.
They're looking at everything here, and obviously they know the importance of this game. But no, that puck did not cross the line. Halak stood tall.
Comes out to center. Clutterbuck knocked down by John Merrill. And here's Cizikas, the goal scorer for the Islanders, flying it in. And Gianta has this. His night was cut short after just 2+ minutes against the Flyers. Appeared to suffer a shoulder injury, but Giunta right back at it for the Devils here tonight. Shot from the far side is sticked away by Schneider and collected here by Merrill. Opening 8.5 minutes in New Jersey. 1-0 Islanders. Farnham darts back the other way. 2-2, works it in deep, and here's Bobby Farnham on the puck. Letty is there to defend him. Poke back to center where Green looks to get on it before the on-rushing Grabowski gets to the puck. Well played by the Devils captain, but it's loose in the New Jersey zone and worked ahead to Farnham. Devils play the second of 5 straight against Metropolitan Division teams here tonight. As Deb told you, Tuesday marked their first regulation loss at home in 7 games. 5-1-1 in that stretch. Here's Zidlitsky, the ex-Devil, on the puck for New York. 2-goal game for him the last time these teams met. Palmieri pokes it free. Here's Boucher, saved by Halak.
Oh my, did that hit the post? Boucher came in and rifled that. As you saw the ref wave his arms, that made me think it hit the post.
We'll get another look as this comes to center. Here's Zajac dishing off. Larson, a 3-on-2 for the Devils as they drop it to Boucher. Picks up the trailer. Shot by Schlemko. Saved by Halak, and the rebound. Poked loose by Zajac, but off the mark. Devils with a response here as it's played to Boucher. Tries to throw one in front. Blocked away by John Tavares. Taken back by the Devils. Schlemko spins it into the corner. Taken by Zajac, but he loses control, and Strome works it back.
Wow, best scoring chances in this game for either team, and the Devils have found their legs. Good opportunities, come so close to tying it up. Halak's been real good early on here.
Sticked away by Yaroslav Halak. That was the Devils' 7th shot just seconds ago. Shots are even, the score is not, as Moore is back to play this. Gets it away from Kyle Opozo, but now Nikolai Kulemin plays it to Franz Nielsen. Moore defends him in the corner, gets some help from Adam Henrique. Shoveled ahead to Blandisi, who works this back the other way. And here's Letty, getting it out to center. Bouncing puck collected by Kulemin. Islanders have outscored their opponents 7-0 in the opening 2 minutes of games this season. That goal tonight came at the 1:59 mark. Here's Stempniak working it ahead. Blandisi gets his motor going over the Islanders line. Tries to cross over with it. Looks to get a shot away, but straight, able to block that. Stempniak tries to guide it back to the point, and Helgeson worked free by Jacob Josephson. Battling for the loose puck is Nelson on the far board. Devils take it away. Here's Stempniak. Wrist shot and a save by Halak. Josephson works it in deep. Blandisi has a step on his man. Comes out of the corner with it. Joe Blandisi sees it taken away, though, by Anders Lee. Cross-ice pass. Picks up Josh Bailey. Return pass broken up by the Devils. Loose at the side of goal where Larson settles it down.
There's some battling going on along the wall, and the Devils have picked it up and taken it to another gear. They started slow. It cost them. The Islanders get a hard-working goal. Now it's the Devils the last 5 minutes. They've really picked up their tempo. Had some good scoring chances. Halak has been real good. The last 5 minutes, Devils have had 5-6 shots and 3-4 good quality chances.
Martin winds it around. Kalinin will get on it, but Clutterbuck bearing down on him. Those two big bodies collide as it's rifled back in by Hamonic. Here's Thomas Hickey, broken up at the blue line by Giunta, and Clutterbuck will dump in. Under 8 minutes to go, opening period. Glad you've joined us tonight on MSG Plus. 4th and final meeting of the regular season between these longtime rivals. Islanders have won both games in Brooklyn. Devils won here in a shootout Halloween afternoon. A lot's happened since then as Schlemko takes the puck. Dishes off, and Moore skates it into the Islanders zone. He lost control, and Zajac lost an edge. Puck squirts loose. Schlemko trying to hold the zone with Grabowski in his face, and Tavares settles it back for the Islanders. John Tavares riding a 7-game point-scoring streak for New York. Their leading scorer with 47 this year, rifling a shot as Boychuk, and that caroms away.
And if he gets the opportunity, he's going to shoot every time. And you see why he can really bring it. He blasted that one high and wide, and it caromed around and out of the Devils' zone.
Here's Tavares into the Devils' zone. Tries to tee up a shot. Larson deflected that away. I said Boychuk just makes the Islanders better in every category. Their power play, their ability to defend. Shot by Larson is blocked away. And Nick Leddy's got his regular partner back as well. Taken here by Opozo. Into the Devils' zone. Drops it for Straight, who plays it in deep. Bouncing puck controlled, though, by Henrique. Not for long as it's taken back by New York. Pass guided ahead from Kuhlman. Second-year Islander plays it in. Schneider gives here to his defenseman Adam Larson. Fast-moving first period. 6 minutes to go in the first as Thomas Hickey guides it across to Hamonic. Out of midair, it's taken here by John Merrill and played across to Helgeson. He picks up Kalinin. Pass disrupted by Nelson and taken back by the Islanders. Anders Lee on the move here. Collides with Merrill. Gets the puck to Nelson, who guides it back to Hickey at the point. Tried to throw it in front. Josephson broke that up and clears it away.
Travis Hamonic on the ice for the Islanders, and we soon forget he required a trade a couple of months ago for personal reasons. Take a look at some of the Devils' chances. Here's Boucher in all alone, and yes, he rings that off the far post. So this gets by Halak. Oh my, what a great scoring chance and a good attempt from Boucher. Now the drop from Larson, the defenseman who's leading the rush, goes to the net. Good shot, Sajak there for the rebound. He was in tight and chipped it past the net. So Boucher with the Devils' best opportunity. And the Devils looking for the equalizer have been much better the first few minutes. They weren't ready. You mentioned how the Islanders are so good at the start of hockey games, and they took the 1-0 lead.
Face-off here is controlled by Merrill. Former University of Michigan man plays it across. Helgeson to center. Kalinin will drop it back to John Merrill. Punched ahead, and the Islanders meet them well at the line. Matt Martin sends it into the Devils' zone. Schneider in the trapezoid. Gives here to Helgeson, but the Islanders take it back. Cizikas works it into the corner, and Helgeson able to regather for the Devils. Each team executes a change. You mentioned Travis Hamonic. The trade deadline in the NHL is only 10 days away. It was widely reported months ago that he requested that deal so that he could be closer to his Manitoba home. Even if the Islanders have his best intentions in mind, sometimes those deals are hard to facilitate, as we watch Palmieri, and he can't get around Nick Leddy.
Now he's a pretty important player for this New York Islander club as well.
Strome firing, blocked away. Grabowski works it behind goal, but it scoots past Ryan Strome and out to center.
And in fact, he leads the team in ice time. The two guys you mentioned, Boychuk and Leddy, not far behind on the back end, but that shows the importance of Travis Hamonic, and they have been unable to work out some kind of deal. And I don't know if they want to, believing that they might be a team that can make a good run in the playoffs.
Fired back in by John Moore. How the Islanders fare on this road trip will largely dictate whether they get back to the postseason for a second straight year. They are in good shape right now. Third in the Metropolitan Division. Moore plays this to Blandisi. At the circle, drops it back. John Moore, wrist shot. Fired wide, taken off the backboard here by Blandisi. Another surge by the Devils here as Blandisi motors around the perimeter. Plays it across, Moore. Bumped by Kuhlman, and Opozo takes the puck away for the Islanders. He gives to Nielsen. Franz Nielsen shooting, and a save by Schneider. The rebound punched away.
Another dangerous Islander forward who tied it up late in Washington last night. Franz Nielsen gets himself a good look to the left of Corey Schneider. He had to make a big save on the quick snapshot.
He scored with 1:44 remaining in Brooklyn. That shy by Lee, saved by Schneider, who covers up. late first period. Devils
Whistles already under 3 minutes to play in the first. Coming up on the New Jersey Lottery Intermission Report, we'll have a chat right outside the Devils dressing room, depending on how this last 2:56 goes. Plus, John McClain rejoins us for highlights and analysis on the New Jersey Lottery Intermission Report coming up.
Thanks, Deb. Shots are 9-8 favor of the Islanders. They've got the 1-0 lead, and the face-off here is to the right of Corey Schneider. See Jacob Josephson back on the ice. He actually underwent minor surgery to have his elbow cleaned out yesterday. Nothing to prevent him from continuing on in the Devils lineup here tonight. Off the face-off, taken here by New Jersey, and Kalinin will play this. Hamonic guides it across where Hickey is on the puck for New York. He's tied up by Josephson. Puck work free, and Hamonic is on the puck. He'll skate it away here for the Islanders. Shovels it ahead, but Larson waiting for it for New Jersey. Gives here to Andy Green. He's playing in his 288th consecutive game tonight. Now 6th all-time Ironman streak in Devils history, tied with Aaron Broughton. Puck loose in the Islanders zone. Hamonic tried to work it free, and it's taken back to the stick of Nick Leddy. He loses control. Boucher takes it away for the Devils. Works it free. Picks up Merrill. His progress stopped. Boucher tries to guide it across. Islanders, though, break it up. And now Clutterbuck and Cizikas dart back the other way for the Islanders. Boucher is there to take the loose puck and work it free. Zajac plays it ahead, looking for Palmieri. Save made by Halak. Oh, the rebound popped up. Not much Palmieri could do with it, though.
He tried to cut back and would have had an open net. Puck was bouncing after Halak poked it a little bit on a tough bouncing puck for Halak that was chipped in. And Palmieri came close, Kenji, to making a real nice move in tight. There's the pass, doesn't connect from Zajac. And right there, Halak just gets the blade of his stick on it. Or Palmieri's got an open net. We'll look at it one more time. Right there, tries to cut back quickly and pull it just out of the reach of Halak's stick. But Halak beat him to the punch and saved the day.
Off the face-off, Schlemko on it for New Jersey. Rifles one high of the net. Stempniak tried to play it, but it comes around to the stick of Matt Martin instead. Final 90 seconds of period one. Martin plays in, and it's taken here by John Moore for the Devils. Moore and Schlemko pairing for New Jersey tonight. Banked ahead, off the stick of Blandisi, or not. The linesman says it's an icing call against New Jersey.
Now we take a look at Islander winger Kyle Oposo, who's an unrestricted free agent this summer, and he will garner a lot of interest. The Islanders are hoping to keep him. You see in 54 games, 45 points, a couple off the lead, and his teammate John Tavares and their captain. So he is one important player to this Islander team. Terrific hands, power forward, big, strong on the puck, can do a lot of things. He would be a nice addition for any hockey club.
Tavares shot saved by Schneider, and just to pick up on that, that would send a fine message for the organization too, and to their fans if Oposo stays.
That's probably why one of the reasons they made the switch to give Kalinin so the strong side on the other side, but also too, Reed Boucher's been going pretty good there with Travis Zajac. He's had a couple great opportunities.
Terrific stuff. John, thank you. Face-off is won by Kennedy, but battling for the puck is Oposo, and we've got our first penalty of the game. This is a hook. Who's the guilty party?
Looks like the Devils will go on the power play. Kyle Oposo.
New York, number 21, 2 minutes for hooking.
This is right off of the face-off. Let's take a look right here. Nilsson takes the draw. Kennedy does a good job, and he ends up getting the puck back to Larson, and you see one more time, Oposo jumps by, but right there, just a little hook of the left leg and up to the arm. Devils on the power play. 53.8 seconds left in the first period. Islanders lead 1-0.
So Oposo for hooking. This Devils power play brought to you by Barnabas Health. Off the draw, Halak had to stop the puck, and the Islanders bank at the length of the ice.
The Devils really have to try to take advantage of this, Kanji. Still 40 seconds left. They need one good opportunity. The power play, we know, has been very good the last 7 or 8 games for the Devils.
Produced at least one power play goal in each of the last 4. Blandisi's pass gets across to Palmieri. He works it away from Boychuk. Loose behind the net. Now Josephson comes in to help. Guides the puck to Zajac. Played in front. Blandisi trying to tee up a shot. Plays it across looking for Zajac. But he was tied up and the Islanders clear.
Joseph Blandisi looked like he was in a good shooting position. And then he made the pass. Kuhlman does a real good job, or Travis Zajac has an empty net on his forehand.
First period comes to an end. 1:07 of carryover penalty time on the call against Kyle Opozo when the second period begins. Deb is expecting Steven Gianta on the New Jersey Lottery first intermission. Is the unit that will start this. Penalty killer extraordinaire Franz Nielsen leads the unit that's on the ice here for the Islanders. So we're ready to go. Henrique and Nielsen to take the face-off. Nielsen forced overtime for the Islanders last night, only to watch Justin Williams win it for Washington with 44 seconds remaining in overtime. Devils power play continues here with a fresh sheet of ice, and John Moore fires into the Islanders zone. Henrique lets it go. Kennedy allows it to get to the point where Moore punches it back in. Now Boucher, and the Devils keep the puck moving. It's Kennedy on the half wall. Tried to work it free. Henrique guides it to the point. Moore plays it across. Here's Boucher. Wrist shot. Stopped in front. Collected by Nielsen, and he'll clear.
That was blocked by Brian Straight. I like the thought process, though. Boucher just needs to get it through, but he can really bring that wrist shot. I like the fact that he's starting to use it more there. It was a nice block by Straight, though.
Moore punches it across. Bouncing puck got by Boucher, and it's collected here by the Islanders, and that's a clear once again by Hamonic. Maybe time for another rush if the Devils hurry, as John Moore is on the puck, and he gives here to Zajac. He's met at center by Casey Cizikas. His goal is the difference so far. Clutterbuck hit by Blandisi. The Islanders clear it away out of the box as Oposo, who reached to the sky but couldn't haul it down.
That was fortunate for the Devils. They could have made a pass. Oposo would have been on a breakaway.
Bouncing puck goes wide of the net. Turnaround try by Zajac. Stopped by Yaroslav Halak. And taken here by Strome. Picked up here at center by the Islanders. John Tavares over the line with Strome heading for the net. That's steered aside by Corey Schneider. Blandisi is hit in the corner. Grabowski and Strome are the line mates du jour for John Tavares. That's been fluid during the course of this season as Blandisi guides it across. Palmieri's shot is stopped in front by Halak. Yaroslav Halak has stopped all 10 that the Devils have fired his way so far. Islanders work at the center, and on the puck here is Grabowski. Strome tries to return pass. That's broken up by Helgeson. Brock Nelson plays it back. Boychuk's pass comes out of the zone, and Straight is on it. Ryan Straight punches it back the other way, and it's collected by Helgeson for the Devils. Early second period of a 1-0 game. Merrill guides it across, and Josephson put himself offside, and that stops play. Well, Kyle Palmieri, we talked about snapping a goal-scoring drought the last game. He had not scored in 9. Lee Stempniak, a terrific addition for the Devils this year, but he's enduring his longest goal drought of the season. No goals in 7. He's still their leading scorer with 40.
With Mike Camilleri out, there's more on the shoulders of guys like Kyle Palmieri, Lee Stempniak, Adam Henrique. They need these guys to produce for this team offensively. Stempniak, you mentioned, he's been terrific all year long. He's gone into a little bit of a goal drought right now, but no better time than tonight to score a big one.
Farnham has it at center. Motors back for the Devils. Has Moore behind him, plays it in deep. Gianta reaches out, collects, and plays it to the corner where Tutu's on the puck. Jordan Tutu sees that try, batted out of midair by Brock Nelson. Tutu gets it back, sends it in front, stopped by Halak, and the whistle blows.
A quick move around the net from Jordan Tutu. He tries to wrap that puck around and in the net. Halak does a good job with the right pad, but right idea Tutu very quickly saw a little bit of an opening, and you know sometimes you do that and it can bank off the pad, off the stick. Halak does a good job getting that right skate and seals the right post. That's a good scoring chance for Tutu, and the right recognition. Good play on the wraparound.
Had a fine goal the last time out, 2-2 against Philadelphia, scoring his 4th of the season to break an enduring drought for him as Hamonic plays it across. Here's defenseman Thomas Hickey into the rush for the Islanders, slowed up by Schlemko, taken back by the Devils, and they play it to Giunta. Giunta picks up 2-2, who dumps in. Fourth lines matched against each other. This puck comes away and taken here by Clutterbuck. Banks it across. That pass gets by Matt Martin and taken here by the Devils. Now Green plays it to center. Henrique able to pick up 2-2, who fires, and that's kicked out. Comes to Blandisi. Guides it across. Green into the slot. And a shot by Henrique went wide.
Good puck movement. Couple of one-touch passes. We're going to get a penalty here, a holding call, and it looks like it's going to Adam Henrique just after he had a glorious scoring chance in front.
New Jersey, number 14, 2 minutes for holding.
Let's take a look. Good pass through the neutral zone. Tutu just takes the quick shot as he backs up the Islander D. Blandisi to Green to Henrique in front one more time. And he tries to find Henrique, although Hickey gets back, does a pretty good job as well defending. And then you see Adam Henrique with the hold. So big turn of events here. Devils almost tie it up or come close. Now they're on the PK. Islanders looking to extend their lead.
Islander power play tied for 12th in the NHL. Better than 19% efficiency. Devils penalty kill largely good this season. Ranked 8th in the league, although it struggled at times against Philadelphia 3 nights ago. Opozo fires in. Gets by Schneider. Tavares guides it back to the point where Leddy is on the puck, and the Islanders will set up here with Tavares on the half wall. Plays it to Nielsen. Looks for the redirect. Opozo was there, but it banks to Zajac, who'll skate it back the other way. Here's Travis Zajac, shorthanded for the Devils. Tries to make a move on Nielsen, who'd have none of it. Settled down by Nick Leddy. He's smoked out by Stempniak, and here's Leddy punching it ahead to Opozo. Kyle Opozo met by Schlemko. Digging for the loose puck is Jacob Josephson. Still 3 along the near boards, and it comes back to Leddy at the point. Dishes across. Opozo back to Leddy. His shot stopped in front. Josephson can't get it out of the zone. It comes to Nielsen at the circle. His pass collected off the boards by Tavares. Islanders reset. They work it to Nielsen. He looks for the redact. Blocked away by Schlemko. Holding the zone is Leddy, and it's played back in. Centering try by Lee, and that's broken up by Josephson. In front, the one-timer by Nielsen just missed.
Oh boy, Frans Nielsen just misfired as he had a glorious opportunity in the high slot. Had the left side of the net, and he just misfired, fired wide. He had all kinds of time. Quick bang-bang play, nice execution from the Islanders on the pass there.
15 seconds to go on the Islander power play. Giunta works the puck free. He's got Palmieri. Here's Kyle Palmieri. Nice little move around Zaglinski. Continues on. Has to take it behind the net. Palmieri opts to play it all the way back towards his own zone. Schneider will take it. Penalty time is up. Henrique's out of the box. Back to 5-on-5, and now Henrique collects at center. Quickly dishes across. Here's Palmieri shooting. Save made by Halak. Rebound sitting there for Henrique, and he couldn't get a shot away. Loose puck gathered up by Henrique again. Controls along the near boards. Helgeson pitching in, and the Islanders get it out to center.
Halak may have had a tough time his last outing in Carolina, but he is on his game today. He's made some big saves here.
Kennedy puts the brakes on, drops it back. Helgeson stick failed him. Kennedy shoots and a save by Halak.
Another big save. Halak gets over Kanji. Real good position, square to the puck. Kennedy with the blast there from the right side, right outside the dot.
Cizikas motors into the Devils zone. His try is blocked away by Moore. Tyler Kennedy continues to find himself in scoring opportunities for New Jersey as it's played back. Hamonic on the puck. His shot stopped by Schneider, and he covers. Kennedy had a goal on 4 shots last time out against the Flyers. Devils, though,
myself and the guy over there between the benches, Johnny McLean.
Islanders, as I recall, won game 1 on an overtime goal by LaFontaine, and you guys battled back to win 4 of the next 5.
In that last game, in game 6, I think we took a 6-2 lead. The Islanders battled back to 6-5, and Burke had to make that last-second save on Pat LaFontaine.
Here's Boucher motoring in, and that's fought off by Halak. Quickly cleared away. Backhand try in front by Zajac is stopped. Oh, the Devils buzzing here. Travis Hamonic dishes it across, but Larson holds the zone. Devils work this to the stick of Boucher, and a shot that's blocked in front by Hickey.
Well, Devils giving themselves a chance now. Big hit, Palmieri on Ryan Strome. They just can't figure out Halak just yet. He's looked real good. I've said that on a few occasions. He's made some big saves and just did again.
Taken back by Tavares, turns, shoots, blocker save made by Schneider. Rebound loose, and Corey's got that as well. The pace quickens here in the second.
Adam Larson and Strome tie up to the right of Corey Schneider, digging for a puck. Here's some of the chances. Boucher with that quick shot up high. Halak fights it off. The Devils hunt down the puck, do a good job. Palmieri, Zajac creates a turnover. Good pitch from Larson, keeping the play alive. Gets to Zajac, to Boucher again. And this all starts with a quick shot. Halak really did a good job fighting off. Good backhanded shot as well on the pinch from, and that all was forced from the nice pitch down low at the half wall from Larson. Those backhand shots more difficult at times to stop. Halak got a glove on him. Collected
here by John Moore for the Devils. Period is less than 8 minutes old. Devils have 9 shots in the period already. Attempt by Kennedy went wide. Works the puck free. Josephson guides it back to Schlemko. His chance block. Collected by Opozo, who sends it to center. Franz Nielsen picks up Kyle Opozo. Works it across. Return pass Nielsen. Save made by Schneider. Rebound loose. Jamming at it as Opozo. And getting the leg out is Schneider. Still no whistle as the puck is worked free. Guided back towards Boychuk, but back the other way come the Devils. Here's Josephson. Got Kalinin with him. They stay onside. Kalinin shot saved by Halak.
Pretty good end-to-end action going now. Islanders come close. Nielsen and Opozo on one end on Schneider, and then you see Kalinin with a quick wrist shot that Halak had to make the stop on.
Here's Stempniak under some pressure from Nick Leddy. Stempniak continues on. Loads the gun for Henrique, and he rifled it wide. Helgeson plays it back in. Now Leddy worked it free. Under pressure is Franz Nielsen. This is a terrific forecheck by the Devils. Finally, the Islanders break it, and Opozo is slowed up at the line. Now Lee on the puck, tried to work it across. That's stopped by John Merrill. And Boychuk dumps back in. 9 minutes gone by here in the second. Islanders still on top 1-0. Blandisi tried to work it off the boards back to himself. Martin took it away. Gives here to Josh Bailey. Tees up a wrister, and it's blocked by Helgeson. Nelson's shot blocked away as well. Islanders try to work it from Martin, and a big save by Schneider. He got it with the pad.
Oh boy, nice save. And now the Devils are going to go to the power play on a hooking call, and Matt Martin, who went down, who just had a great scoring chance in the slot. The Islanders gained the zone. There's a quick shot. This was the shift earlier. Nielsen with the shot. Opozo digging away. You see Corey Schneider unable to find that loose puck cover up, but he stays with it and keeps it out. You see it right there on his feet. Surprised there was no whistle there. But the Islanders smart enough and found that loose puck. There's the huge save. Quick wrist shot from Matt Martin in the slot, and he also draws a penalty. Going to be right here from Blandisi. His stick just gets caught up in between his legs. I don't think Blandisi likes the call. Might have a little bit of a point as Matt Martin went down easy. He's a big, strong guy there. However, the stick was caught up in the legs. Islanders get a power play.
Power play didn't produce a shot in its first attempt. Back to work here for the Islanders as Opozo tries to spin away from Gianta. He's on the kill with Travis Zajac. Islanders get it to Tavares on the half wall. Tied up by Zajac as the puck comes to Nick Leddy. Worked across, Nielsen. And the Islanders set up. They drop it back for Leddy. Tavares shot, save made by Schneider. Anders Lee tied up in front by Andy Green. Islanders stay with it, deflects off Giunta, but not out of the zone. It comes again to Tavares at the circle. John Tavares dishes back. Leddy steps up, shoots, and he rifled it wide. Might have been deflected in front. Larson tries to get it out of harm's way, and instead, Tavares' pass is picked off and cleared.
Good job. Tavares so good with the stick. If you're trying to clear, I know the Devils' sticks were tied up. They didn't have a lot of lanes, but you'd better fire that puck hard. Adam Larson tried. Tavares knocked it out of midair. Finally, Green's able to clear.
Opozo into the Devils zone. He's met effectively. Trying to chop it out of the zone is Stempniak. It's in the Islander bench with 57 seconds left on the penalty to Joseph Blandisi.
So far, so good. Islanders moving the puck very well, but the Devils are pursuing well in the lanes. And every time it looked like the Islanders were going to have an opening as they moved the puck pretty well. Tic-tac-toe a couple of times. Devils got some sticks on it, blocks, and cleared. But this Islander power play, when they get cooking, they've got a lot of skilled guys out there, Kenji.
Stempniak works it ahead, short-handed. Henrique, great job to control that puck. Played in deep, at very least this kills more time, and the Islanders take it back. Zudlitsky on the move for the Islanders. Pass deflects off Josh Bailey's stick. Bouncing puck in front, collected by Schlemko, and he'll clear. Solid kill thus far by the Devils as it's played back behind goal. Here's Zudlitsky on the move once again. Stanley Cup finalist with the Devils back in 2012, Marek Zudlitsky. Punch back in deep. Gets by the stick of Strome. Giunta on the puck in the corner, and he'll clear it away. That should do it for this Islanders power play.
Real good kill, tough kill. Islanders made the Devils work, but everybody was in sync. They pursued loose pucks and able to kill that 2 minutes, which was important.
Hamonic met at the line by Blandisi. Slowed up just enough. Worked ahead. Here's Palmieri on the puck. Able to funnel it ahead. Taken here by Zajac, and that shot blocked away. Comes back to Green, and the Devils settle it down. Dishes off. Blandisi return pass all the way back towards the other end. Green under some pressure here from Clutterbuck. Absorbs the hit. Zajac leaves it for Blandisi. He's met by Hamonic. Zajac takes it back, dumps in. 7 3/4 minutes remaining here in the second period. Islanders clinging to that 1-0 lead on the goal by Casey Cizikas less than 2 minutes in. Matt Martin kicks it a loose puck, taken back by Josephson for New Jersey, and here's Palmieri for the Devils to dump in. Sends big Sergei Kalinin on his way. Puck caroms around, Tavares works it free, and it's taken here by Merrill. Worked across, Kalinin. Pounded by Strome and continues on. Dumps into the Islander zone where Halak winds it around, waiting for the puck, Robovsky. But he's sealed off by Kalinin. He's had an active shift here. Henrique will flutter one into the Islander zone. Ryan Straight on the puck here. Former John Hines protege with the U.S. National Development Team and Wilkes-Barre as well in the AHL. Here's Moore on the puck. Lifted in, and Halak thought about stopping play, rethought, and then said, what the heck, we need commercial time. 6:35 to go in the second, it's still 1-0. Paul Annunziata from Asbury Park, New Jersey, is our Geico hometown hero tonight. He's watching a close one, and that's mostly what the Devils have played. They played 7 straight one-goal games prior to the loss to Philadelphia here 3 nights ago. They're on the wrong end of 1-0. What's it going to take to break through?
They just have to keep working. They've done a lot of good things, but it may take an ugly one like the Islanders had. And the only goal, Casey Cizikas, he worked for his break. He went hard to the net. You expect that from their fourth line, one of the best in hockey. The Devils have to continue to fire pucks, get in front of Halak. They're going to have to get some screens because he's been on his game for sure, and if he's going to see it, he'll probably stop it.
Henrique, Stempniak, Blandisi, the line on here for the Devils. Off the faceoff, Stempniak gets it to Henrique, trying to tee up a shot. He does. It's blocked away. Massive white jerseys got in the path of that, and here's Franz Nielsen guiding across to Nikolai Kulemin. Nielsen plays it behind the net. Digging for the loose puck. Schlemko for the Devils, and Henrique has Oposo tied up. Squirts loose and played here by Blandisi. Devils rookie winger. Bumped by Zidlitsky and continues on. Eric Zidlitsky plays it ahead, and Kyle Oposo banks it into the Devils zone. Shots are 20-18 in favor of New Jersey. They trail on the big board, though, as Merrill reverses course back into his own zone. Blandisi gets his way to center. Plays it into the Islanders zone where Halak works it away from the on-rushing Tutu. Holding the zone is Farnham. Floats into the corner where Tutu's on it. Jordan Tutu tried to work it across for a cutting Farnham. Broken up. And Anders' Lee pass intercepted back by Tutu. Boychuk plays it to center, and here's Lee. Tried to send Nelson on his way. Bailey couldn't touch it, or it would have been offside, and the Devils will settle the puck down here. Just over 5 minutes to go in the second. Farnham motors into the Islanders zone. Waits for the reinforcements off the bench and plays it in deep. Penalty coming up. This is Jordan Tutu taking a penalty, and the Islanders are taking exception to the hit.
Johnny Boychuk is down behind the Islanders zone.
Will set.
It didn't affect him slapping the boards on the way out, but he heard something on that play, so tough call.
It's a dangerous play. No, Jordan Tutu just trying to gain advantage, but you can't do that when a guy is a foot and a half from the boards, and that's a costly 5-minute major to Jordan Tutu, also out of the game. And I agree with Matt. You're not trying to injure a guy, but you just got to avoid those types of plays. I mean, those are dangerous plays, and Boychuk's in a vulnerable position where he is. You just can't do it.
Nick Leddy holds the zone. Big opportunity for the Islanders to pad the lead here as Tavares is on the puck. Zajac and Henrique on the kill here for the Devils. Larson and Green are the defensemen. Here's Oposo. Looks at goal, patiently dishes to Leddy and gets it back. Here's Oposo. Tries to center one in front. That's deflected away by the Devils. Zajac trying to find the handle. Islanders under some pressure along the far boards. Larson and the Devils able to clear the zone.
This is such an important time of the game. He took that 5-minute major. Jordan Tutu did. There was exactly 5 minutes left. Kanji, and if they're going to have visions of getting anything out of this game, I don't think they can allow the Islanders to score here. And that's not going to be easy.
Penalty took place with exactly 5 minutes remaining in the second period. Zidlitsky has it. His blast is rifled wide. Zidlitsky, one of the better slap shots among defensemen in the NHL. Centering try there by Bailey. Still loose behind goal. Moore tries to get it out of the zone, but Zidlitsky keeps it in. 3.5 minutes to go. The power play comes off the backboard. It was sitting there for Strome. Couldn't tee up a shot. That one flutters by Zidlitsky. Opportunities for the Islanders go by the wayside. Now Bailey continues on. Gives to Strome. They drop it back for Hamonic. Ryan Strome at the circle. Guides it across. That one fired wide. Picked up by Strome. Winds it around towards Nelson. Gianta, though, without a stick, will swipe it out of the zone.
Wow, Devils able to get it out. Good hard effort from Brian Gianta, who always gives it 100%. The Devils continue to try to do everything to kill this 5-minute major, down 1-0.
Gianta did the right thing, gave his stick to the defenseman John Moore, and the Devils catch a break as this pass deflects into the Islanders bench.
Well, there you see Steven Gianta does all the little things in his own zone on the penalty kill, and he was desperate here. Devils, John Moore loses his stick in front, and you're supposed to give it. Look at good awareness from Steven Gianta, and that was a big difference in stopping a real good scoring attempt. Moore doesn't have a stick there, and I guarantee you Strome gets a real good shot off. Great play from Gianta, then he cleared it with his glove. And Marek Zidlitsky, watching him, he loves to load the gun, doesn't he? He fanned on one, but can he shoot it? And fortunate for the Devils, that second attempt, he fanned on it.
They're halfway home, the Devils are, in this kill. Letty deep in the zone, sealed off by Larson. Puck loose in the Devils' end, flutters back towards the point where it's taken here by Nielsen. He gives to Tavares, and now the Islanders reset on the power play. Here's the Islander captain, John Tavares, drops it back for Letty. Gives back to Tavares, played down low for Nielsen. In the circle, gives to Tavares. Holds, shoots, blocked away by Schneider. Collected by Tavares once again. Under 2 minutes to go on the power play. Here's Oposo at the circle. Henrique keeping close eye on him. Oposo gets it back from Lee. Nielsen shot, blocked away by Zajac, and he gets it to center.
Well, real good job. Devils not giving the Islanders any lanes, and if they do, they have to shoot it quick. And Nielsen there fanned a little bit as well because he had to get it off so quick.
Here's Letty gaining the zone for the Islanders. Tried to work it ahead for the cutting Grabowski and cleared away by New Jersey. 1:15 to go in the period and the 5-minute major penalty. Strome will take this behind his net. Devils looking to gain a big momentum lift from this kill. Zidlitsky motors to center. His progress stopped. Strome over the line. Has it for the Islanders. Works it in deep. Here's Grabowski on the puck. He's tied up. Schlemko is there. So is John Moore. Puck battle. Squirts in front and cleared away by Josephson. This is the period of the long change. Josephson racing to the bench. He gets off. Stempniak is on. And exhausted Giunta to the bench. And here comes Palmieri. Back come the Islanders the other way. They're met at the line. Stempniak takes the puck away. 30 seconds to go in the period as it's sent back in deep.
Well, terrific penalty kill here. And if the Devils can get out of this period and kill the 5 minutes, we'll see if they can carry the momentum over in the third. Try to find a way to solve Yaroslav Halak.
Green winds it around. Palmieri with 10 seconds to go. Chips it into the Islander zone. Fans are on their feet here at Prudential Center. Final seconds of the period. Islanders bank it to center, and that's all. The Devils hold the Islanders to one shot on the 5-minute power play, and they'll go to the third period trailing by one. A lot for Deb, John McClain, and the Maven Stan Fischler to digest in the Chevrolet second intermission report when we come back. Does the penalty kill energize the Devils to the point where they get the equalizing goal? Here we go. Shots through 2 periods, 20-19 in favor of New Jersey. Terrific kill by the Devils sets up this third. They have blocked 13 shots as a team to this point in the game. Here's Cizikas on the first shift of the period. Save made by Schneider as this comes back towards Zidlitsky, who punches it back in deep.
Exactly. Excuse me, Kanji, like the first shift of the game. This fourth line for the Islanders, bringing energy and getting a chance, really making it difficult on the Devils in their zone.
Shot by Cizikas is stopped by Schneider. He took that from the sharpest of angles, and here's Martin dropping it back to the point again. Zidlitsky to Matt Martin. What a great start for the Islanders on this initial shift as the Devils work it to center. Zidlitsky under some pressure. Farnham interrupted that pass. He bumps with Clutterbuck as the two head to the bench. They exchange words, nothing serious. At center ice, here's Boucher. Played back towards Adam Larson. Straight has his man tied up. And Green gets this to Reed Boucher. Taken away here by Grabowski. He'll work it back in deep. Centering try taken here by Andy Green. Knocked down in front by Strome and sent to center.
Andy Green so good in the front of his net blue paint. Puck's in his feet. He calmly kicks it to his backhand as he's getting cross-checked and still manages to get the puck out of the Devils' zone, where it looked like it was going to be awfully dangerous around his net. Puck in tight.
Boucher picks up Palmieri. Here come the Devils. 3 men into the zone. Shot by Palmieri. Deflects off a stick. Taken by Oposo, who darts back the other way. Checked by Palmieri at center. Ridden off the play effectively, and the Devils fire into the Islanders' zone. Icing's waved off as it's played by Halak. He stopped all 20 shots the Devils have fired his way. Henrique guides this back to John Merrill. Opening minutes of the third. Devils trying to avoid back-to-back losses here at home. Going to Washington tomorrow night against the first-place Capitals, who are waiting there. This comes in front. Henrique across for Stepniak, and the stop made by Halak. My goodness.
Oh my. That was 2-0 all alone in front of Halak, and it developed a little slowly, allowing Halak to get across on the pass. Boy, Adam Henrique maybe should have shot that puck. I think he had Halak down, but it looked like he was going to have a slam dunk if he passed to Blandisi in front, and Halak makes the save.
Bailey takes the puck at center. Sends into the Devil zone where Schlemko is on it for New Jersey. Remains a one-goal Islander lead. It's been that way since 2 minutes into the contest. Behind the net, Josephson is tied up by Nelson. Able to continue on. Sets up Kennedy for a shot, and that's stopped by Halak. Picked up here by Moore. He dishes for Tyler Kennedy. Tyler Kennedy crosses up with Larson. Tries to throw one in front. Blocked away by the Islanders and taken by Anders Lee.
Oh, good action. Devils continue to buzz in the Islanders zone. Looking for any way to try to get the equalizer.
Josephson sees it stripped away at center, and Larson gives here to Andy Green. We've seen this many times when these teams have met. Games that are decided by one goal go to overtime or shootout. That's factored in largely to the Islanders' success. They've won the majority of those that have gone beyond 60 minutes. Farnham with a chance goes through the crease, and it's played back here to Seth Helgeson. Here's Merrill on the puck. Works it ahead, and Gianta dumps in. Farnham giving chase. Bearing down on Hickey. He got rid of it. Helgeson worked it across, but the pass is out of the zone. That's where Merrill wipes out, and the puck taken here by the Islanders. Grabowski is on it. Mikhail Grabowski, toe drag, and the shot blocked away. That's Helgeson who filled the lane.
He was a little flat-footed, rightfully so, because Grabowski stole the puck in the neutral zone, but Seth does a good job recovering and blocking that dangerous wrist shot from Grabowski.
Strome winds it around. Tavares can't get on the puck. Guided back towards Nick Leddy. Defenseman now with 10 points in his last 10 games. Primary assist on the only goal tonight. Grabowski wants Tavares. Stempniak helped break that up. Shanking the shot is Strome. Devils take the puck back. Here's Travis Zajac on the move for New Jersey. Darts into the Islanders zone, and he's ridden off by Boychuk. Leddy punches it ahead. Grabowski trying to get on the loose puck and continues on as he fires in. The Islanders execute the change. Islanders played last night the overtime loss against the Capitals. Moore into the Isle zone. Floats one across. This is picked up by Zajac. Thrown into the boards by Kuhlman. Boucher battles for the puck. Gives here to Palmieri. Swept off his stick, but it comes to Moore. Darts around Oposo, centering try, looking for Boucher. Broken up and taken by Oposo. Kyle Oposo kicks it free and sends it into the Devil zone. Puck winds around to the stick of Henrique. Slowed up at center, but Boucher gets it back to him. Stepping up and shooting, and a save by Halak.
Well, no whistles here, end-to-end action. Finally, there's an icing call. Our $1 Million Replay is brought to you by the New Jersey Lottery. Remember, anything can happen in Jersey. Here's the play we were talking about a while back. Henrique slides it. Good forecheck from none other than defenseman John Merrill. Puck squirts out to Adam Henrique, and that's Stempniak, excuse me. Look at Halak get the right pad out. If Stempniak could have just pulled it a little bit. Adam Henrique also had the option to shoot, but I guess he thought exactly it was going to be a slam dunk. That is your New Jersey Lottery $1 Million Replay. Devils come ever so close to tying it up.
They win the draw. Larson with a shot deflected. Henrique trying to get on it, but the Islanders clear it away. Kennedy takes behind goal. Finished last season as a New York Islander. Tyler Kennedy of New Jersey. Bouncing puck, worked ahead by Henrique. Blandisi settles it down, but it comes out to center. Andy Green takes and throws it across here for Adam Larson. Better than 6 minutes gone by here in the third. Larson has it at center. Fires into the Isle zone, but we get a stoppage. Offside is New Jersey. will step aside here at the Rock. Still a 1-0 game. Islanders.
Cam replay, and that's the only goal of this hockey game, Kanji. I guess we could have expected one like this. Tight as always between these two clubs, and the Devils now have taken advantage of the Islanders playing last night as far as getting the loose pucks, winning some races here, but they just haven't been able to solve Yaroslav Halak just yet.
Icing is the call here against New Jersey. This is what the Devils do. They come into tonight's game with the best goals against average as a team in the NHL at 2.20. This would be a tough one to swallow at home in the last meeting against the Islanders so far this season. On the heels of a loss to Philadelphia and a tough game tomorrow night. That shot from the far side, blocked down behind the net. It's picked up here by Giunta. Darts back the other way for the Devils and works it ahead. Puck got by Tyler Kennedy. Giunta wipes out along the near boards. Now Farnham following up with him. Travis Hamonic can't get it out of the zone. Green and Giunta there, but it comes back. Played by John Merrill. Better than 7 minutes gone by here in the third. Merrill on the move here for the Devils. Makes his way to center. Puck came in and out, taken back the other way by Franz Nielsen, and he fires one off the glass behind Schneider. Banding on the attempt is Hamonic, and he's chased back in his own zone. Puck winds to center. Franz Nielsen lays it into the Devils zone. Zajac is back. Captain Andy Green has his pocket picked. Taken back. Kuhlman shooting. Saved by Schneider. The rebound was punched wide.
Well, big save there from Corey Schneider. Kuhlman rifles the wrist shot. Devils got a little sloppy along the half wall. Couldn't get the puck out. Kuhlman walks in and rips one off the shoulder of Schneider.
Islanders are an excellent third period team. They've outscored the opposition in the third 62-44 this season. They've done so 20-6 in the last 14 games. Trying to protect the one-goal lead here. Lee in deep. Schlemko converges on him with Adam Larson. Those two behind the net. Boucher comes in to help, but Anders Lee undeterred with Nelson. Strong forecheck here by the Islanders. Schlemko trying to work it free, and it comes here to Adam Larson for the Devils. To center where Boucher settles it down. Over the line, Palmieri, though, a step ahead of the play, is offside. It's time now for the Cadillac trivia question. Give us the top 3 active leaders in penalty minutes versus the New Jersey Devils. You should be all over this one.
I thought you were going to say the Devils active penalty leaders against the Islanders, so this is a little more difficult, but...
Not just Islanders here, active leaders.
No, active, that's what I mean. Well, that's a good Cadillac trivia question, and I always have to look at divisional opponents.
That helps.
Well, we saw Kyle Palmieri and Brock Nilsson jawing at each other after the whistle in the right corner of Halak.
Helgeson to center and banked in. Blandisi played it into the Islanders bench for a stoppage in play. Face-off will be in the neutral zone here. 11-11 to go in the third period. 2 points separate the teams coming into tonight. 2 games at hand. Advantage for the Islanders down the stretch. 9 of their next 10 are away from Barclays Center. Off the draw, they fire in. Merrill back to collect for New Jersey. Under some pressure from Cizikas, who runs him off the play. Now Helgeson ahead. Can't get it out of the zone. Bounces to center where Straight sees Kennedy bearing down on him and taken here by Helgeson.
Well, you mentioned, Kanji, the Islanders a lot of road games. They're much better at home.
Kalinin shot off a stick wide.
In fact, dominant at home and 500 type of team on the road. So if the Devils can find a way to get anything out of this game, you know, there's a lot of hockey left and no guarantees for any team. The Islanders being on the road where they're not quite as dominant, certainly, as they are in Brooklyn.
Well, for all that's been documented about their travel back and forth from Long Island to Brooklyn, they're 19-8-4 at Barclays Center so far this season. So competitively, it doesn't appear results-wise it's played to a disadvantage for them.
It's been home sweet home.
Strome fires into the corner. Puck picked up by Tavares. Devils need something to turn the tide here. It's lifted out by Schlemko. Landisi trying to get on the loose puck, but it's banked away from him, and Hickey will chop it out of the zone. Picked up by Larson. Laid ahead, Palmieri steers the puck ahead for Blandisi. He'll collect in the corner. Bumped by Nick Leddy. He's ridden off the play. Oposo able to get it to center. Here's Tavares on the puck for the Islanders. He has Kuhlman heading for the net, and his shot steered away by Schneider. Back the other way come the Devils. Here's Josephson motoring ahead. He'll give chase himself as Halak gets it away from the on-rushing Jacob Josephson. Devils mix it up here. Boucher, Stepniak, and Josephson. Combination that's put together here by John Hines.
Anytime you haven't scored, you've played well, had opportunities, but you try to mix and match, find anything. That's what Coach Hines is doing to create a little more offense or find a little magic with switching up the lines a little bit at times.
Larson back in his own zone. Devils get fresh legs on, and here's Merrill. Spins away from traffic and continues on. John Merrill fires in. Nelson got the puck away from him. Islanders lift it to center where Helgeson will give chase. It's Tyler Kennedy getting a chance here with Zajac and Kalinin. Tyler Kennedy at center. Punch back towards Merrill. Helgeson steps up, blast into the Islander zone. Brock Nelson waiting for it, shoveled back by Merrill. Kennedy digging for the puck. Islanders strong on it though, and they send it back the other way.
It's a game in the trenches now. You see the Islanders really clogging up the neutral zone as well. Watch right here. You're going to see 5 guys in the picture, so the Devils are going to have to work for a goal, and it might have to be an ugly one. A bounce, getting pucks to the net, hitting a leg, just like the only goal in this game.
Schlemko back in his own zone for the Devils, able to pick up John Moore. Schlemko. Pass ahead for Boucher. Offside is New Jersey here as he was forced to step ahead of the play. 7:45 to go in the third. Remains a 1-0 game.
For a long time, Chris Neal, Eric Bolton, who I played against. In fact, I played against all 3 of these guys, but they're still playing. And Zdeno Chara, Big Z, who played in Ottawa as well.
Yes.
So that was a good question, and we didn't go back far enough.
Eric Bolton is still a New York Islander. He's played 1 game this season for them. He and Steve Bernier among those not in the lineup tonight. Bernier has been a healthy scratch the majority of the time.
That was a couple of old-time Warrior-type players. Chris Neal still prominent in Ottawa. Big Z, we know, a tower of strength in Boston, but Eric Bolton's only played 1 game this season, but has fought a lot of battles when there was a lot more of that in the day.
Farnham pulls the trigger on a chance that goes wide and played back in deep. The Islanders have held a 1-goal lead for better than 50 minutes now at this point in the hockey game. Farnham one-hands it in deep. Hickey there with him every step of the way. Gianta on the forecheck for the Devils. New Jersey seeking the elusive tying goal here. It comes to Matt Martin, and he'll shovel it to center.
It's been one of those games where just you get a couple of opportunities. Nothing seems to be going in for either club. The Islanders hanging on to a 1-0 lead.
Palmieri centering try. Blocked away by Leddy. Tavares delivers a hit on Zajac. Puck comes free. It's taken here by Grabowski, who sends into the Devils zone where Strome will give chase. Game where the Islanders, John Tavares has been neutralized, but his team continues to lead by 1. Boychuk redirected. That was Tavares almost on cue, and he sent it wide of the net.
Heads up play from Johnny Boychuk. Lets up on the big slap shot. Tries a redirection.
Kalinin tries to motor ahead. Gets by Boychuk, but that's broken up. Leddy takes the puck. Zajac bearing down on Nick Leddy. Stepniak comes in, joins the fray. Puck taken back by the Devils. Backhanded by Zajac. It's caught by Halak, who holds on. Step aside, up.
Pull that puck far enough. Halak gets the right leg stretched out, makes the save. And those are your GMC keys to the game, and the only goal is by Casey Cizikas.
24 saves so far for Yaroslav Halak. Kennedy, Blandisi, and Henrique on for the Devils. Shoveled back between the point men, and it has to be taken at center by Moore. He'll fire back in. 5.5 to go. Hamonic has it back in his own zone. Gives here to Oposo. Long pass deflects off the stick of Franz Nielsen. Ridden off by Schlemko. Punched back by the Devils, and here's Adam Henrique at center. Holds and fires in. Devils change personnel as the puck winds around, and Boychuk is on it for New York. Johnny Boychuk works it across. Pass gets by Brock Nelson, and it's taken here by Merrill instead. Under pressure from Lee. Now Nelson tied up in the corner by Josephson. Helgeson will take behind his goal and dart back the other way for New Jersey. Banks it to center, but Bailey was all over Stempniak. Islanders doing a good job of locking up the Devils in the neutral zone as Merrill takes back in his own zone. He'll send Helgeson on his way. Dumps in. Josephson collects deep in the zone. Straight is on him. Puck taken here by Stempniak. Tried to center one from Larson, but the puck deflected off an Islander stick.
Islanders staying patient, taking away the middle of the ice.
Now Clutterbuck shooting off Andy Green and out of play. 4:21 to go. John, what are the Islanders doing so well here?
Well, they're doing a couple things. The neutral zone, Kenny, you mentioned it, they're doing a great job. Devils got to get it up a little quicker. It's a 1-1-3 right now. But also, you know what? They're just content just to keep the puck going forward here. The Devils have to get a shift here where they can sustain some pressure, maybe get the Islanders to ice it, and then we can catch them on a train, catch them tired or something like that. Right now, the Islanders are playing extremely well.
Johnny Mac, they had that glorious chance where there was finally an opening, 2-on-0 in front. Henrique and Stempniak, and just unable to execute the play there.
You knew the goalies were going to be key in this game.
Face off, controlled by the Islanders and sent back in. Gianta plays it to the stick of Sergei Kalinin. This puck deflects out the center, and Zidlitsky fires it right back in. Matt Martin along the near boards, works it free, and Farna settles it down for the Devils. Under 4 minutes to go now, and still a 1-0 game. It's been that way since the 1:59 mark of the opening period. Schlemko on the move, picks up Palmieri. Works it off the boards and continues on. He's met by Thomas Hickey. Puck deflects here to the stick of Strome, and he sends it right back the other way. Icing is waved off. Moore, pounded by Tavares, gives here to Schlemko. Comes out to center where Hamonic is on it. And Hickey plays it ahead for Ryan Strome.
You know, Johnny Mac mentioned the Islanders playing a 1-1-3. I thought Johnny said that, and it was a 1-3-1, but he's absolutely right. I haven't seen that much. It's a 1-1, then 3 lined up at their blue line, and it's kind of a unique strategy, and it's working.
Nielsen takes the puck away. Work back towards Oposo. His shot blocked away by Andy Green. Kyle Oposo tried to throw it in front. Green in his path. Return pass from Palmieri. Plays it across, and here's Zajac. He'll work it in deep. Andy Green, the captain now deep in the zone. Keeps the puck away from Boychuk. Comes to Oposo. Devils trying to strip it away from him. He continues on and plays it back towards the Devils zone.
Well, desperate times here. 2:25 left. I expect Schneider out pretty quickly here for the extra attacker.
With 2:21 to go, a stoppage in play as Green's stick failed him. Tonight's upcoming schedule brought to you by Lexus. And after all this, Ovechkin and the Capitals are waiting for the Devils tomorrow in Washington. Final regular season meeting with the Rangers is here Tuesday on MSG Plus. And we're live from Columbus on Thursday against the Blue Jackets as the Devils go back on the road later in the week. After tonight, 23 games remain. Ground to make up. Kennedy steps up, shoots, saved by Halak. He juggled, but he holds on.
Devils finally get to the net, but nobody in front of Halak. Kennedy hits him right in the crest there. He was at a pretty sharp angle. Devils have to somehow impede Jaroslav Halak, get in front of him so he doesn't see the shot or puck or a redirection or tip.
Schneider stays in goal now. Let's see if it's earlier rather than later. And we've seen this. Devils getting a face-off back, but it squirts out of the zone. And Schneider leaves behind his cage for Schlemko. 2 minutes to go. Regulation time. Schlemko works it ahead. Moore punches it into the Islanders' end. Halak leaves behind the net. Here's Henrique. Works the puck free. Comes back towards the point where Schlemko plays it back in. Henrique to the stick of Kennedy. A stoppage in play, and there's a penalty coming up. Yeah. It's a high stick.
This is just unfortunate. Adam Henrique ends up getting his stick up. Now Blandisi and Hamonic behind the Islanders' net, pushing and shoving. Boy, oh boy, this makes it that much more difficult. Devils will be going to the penalty box on an inadvertent high stick. Henrique on defenseman Hickey. Let's watch it right here. There's the stick, and he's just trying to backhand the puck. But you have to be in control of your stick. There you see Hickey goes down. That's unfortunate for the Devils and Adam Henrique. It's been one of those nights they've had to earn everything. And they've actually played pretty well here, Steve. Just again, it's about capitalizing, and they've had some chances. Just haven't done it thus far. Now shorthanded, minute 44 left in this hockey game, down 1-0.
For the Islanders' priority here, don't give the Devils a shorthanded scoring chance. They control off the faceoff. Green is on the puck. We'll keep an eye on Schneider to try to at least even it up for the Devils here. Comes out to center. Here's Zajac on it. He's got Palmieri with him. Zajac forced wide. Schneider to the bench, so the Devils do get the extra skater on. But they're in a shorthanded situation. Green works it in deep. Zajac tied up by Hamonic. Knocked down. Fans want a penalty call. There is none. Work free by Palmieri. Comes back to Green. Throws it towards goal, looking for Stepniak in front. But it's blocked away by Leddy. Good pressure here by the Devils. Stepniak takes it. Just over a minute to go in regulation time. Nielsen can't get it out of the zone. Devils set it up here. Larson shoots. Save made by Halak.
Oh, boy, what a great opportunity. Larson with a blast. I think that got Halak in the mask. He couldn't handle it. Devils just couldn't get to the rebound.
Picked up by Palmieri. Banks it in. Schlemko can't get on the puck. Tavares with the net empty. Rang it off the post. Taken here by Moore, and he gives to Josephson. 35 seconds to go. They punch it back for John Moore. Devils are shorthanded, but Schneider's out. Picked up here by Josephson. Steps up, shoots, and that's fought off by Halak. Pops up high, jamming at it, Josephson. Off the side of the net. Centering try by Palmieri. Goes to Blandisi. He can't control. 15 seconds to go. Islanders tie them up in the corner. Devils guide it back. Schlemko on the puck. Dishes off. Josephson shoots, and it's blocked in front. Boychuk gets rid of it. 4 seconds to go. Comes back to Schlemko. The Islanders will hold on and defeat the Devils in a 1-0 game.
This is a real tough loss for the New Jersey Devils. This was a hard-fought game from both hockey clubs. And the Devils, when shorthanded, but they even it up by pulling goaltender Corey Schneider, had a couple of great chances. The best chance from Adam Larson from the point. You see the frustration from the Devils as they lose a tough game 1-0.
For Jaroslav Halak, his third shutout this season, 39th of his career.
Tonight's goal of the game is brought to you by Nissan. It's the only goal of the game, and it's in the first 2 minutes of it. Kanji had mentioned Leddy takes the shot. Casey Cizikas goes hard to the net, and he gets a fortuitous bounce off his right shin pad for those gritty type of goal. That's your Nissan goal of the game, and it stood up.
At the end, the Devils in the